In his 1996 documentary The Last Angel of History, filmmaker John Akomfrah creates a fictional character to explore the enduring and connected threads of Afrofuturism and black music, from Parliament Funkadelic to Detroit Techno. A time-traveling figure called the Data Thief digs through the past for clues about the future, connecting tendrils of ideas from disparate genres and histories to create something wholly original. Back in the real world, the musician Madlib, born Otis Jackson Jr., was doing. By the mid-90s, his Crate Diggas Palace collective was hard at work on their own excavations into the past, cutting vinyl samples into intricate beats that had a way of unfurling your understanding of music. Almost 30 years and hundreds of releases later, Madlib's proper debut, Sound Ancestors, arrives as something of an exploration. Madlib spent the intervening decades rejecting rigidity. Most of his output both as a rapper and a producer doesn't even hold fealty to his own name. His work performed under the identity Quasimoto, an animated creature delivering diatribes of mischief with a pitched-up squawk, gave rise to a cultish following and solidified his skills as an MC. Champion Sound, his album with the legendary producer J Dilla, released under the name Jaylib, remains a landmark record in the annals of hip. So, too, does his album with the late MF Doom, 2004's Madvillainy. His musical sensibility is as dynamic as his various personas. He released a project with the iconic jazz label Blue Note, remixing pieces from their archive. He produced on Kanye West's The Life of Pablo and, most recently, found a kindred spirit in the rapper Freddie Gibbs, whom he teamed up with on 2014's Pinata and 2019 Reviews. Listen to Jay-Z's collaboration with the late Nipsey Hussle, What It Feels Like. See Lil Yachty Tangle with Burglar Oliver Tree and Asshole Video reviews Bob Dylan's greatest collaborations Food, Family and Psycho Turkeys, 12 Off the Wall. Thanksgiving movie Sound Ancestors came into fruition thanks to the electronic musician Four Tet, whose long-standing friendship with Madlib stems from a shared reverence for Sonic. The album is the duo's second collaboration after Four Tet released a handful of Madvillainy remixes for Stone's Throw in 2000. On Sound Ancestors, he's more nimble with the source material, opting to add no new sounds to the album. Four Tet's official contribution comes in the editing, arrangement and master. As such, Sound Ancestors feels like an effort to make Madlib's brilliance comprehensible, the Four Tet translation of the result is certainly a revelation. The product of several years and hundreds of recordings and fragments provided by Madlib, Sound Ancestors is dense but never The connections blend seamlessly thanks both to Four Tet's steady hand and Madlib's uncanny ability to deftly juggle. The album's second track, The Call, samples the 60s psych rock sounds of British singer-songwriter Terry Britten and manages to segue into the boom-bap sensibility of the next track, Theme to Crabtree, as if they were part of the same recording session. The following song, Road of the Lonely Ones, finds Madlib in familiar sample-flipping territory, layering two beats from the soul group The Ethics until you're gently thrust into the next track Loose Goose, which finds the producer at his most. The drums on the song are nearly alive, they vibrate like a well-worn dance floor, and Madlib deploys samples to the point of near sublimation, leaving you with the ecstasy. It's a four-song stretch that's hard to separate or pin down. And while Madlib earns obvious comparisons to freewheeling jazz experimentalists, Sound Ancestors makes a strong case for considering him alongside musicians like Brian Eno, known for powerful sonic landscapes that are as experiential as they are. In fact, Madlib's appeal has long extended beyond the reaches of hip-hop's. Tom York famously plotted on a project with the elusive producer, and you don't have to look far in any genre to find Madlib acolytes. Throughout the record, we're reminded why. On the album's eponymous track there are racing percussions that harken the types of rare tribal recordings you can imagine Four Tet and Madlib geeking out. Halfway through, we're suddenly thrown into an impromptu jazz session that might make you wonder if there was a jazz quartet in the room with the tribal elders, or maybe vice versa. Madlib is known for playful and often literal song titles, and he opens the record with a track that reads both urgent and theoretical, There Is No Time. On album Closer, Do MBA, the idea crystallizes. The song samples an obscure field recording by a group called Six Boys, and according to the Smithsonian, the homemade recording was created by 6 black children living in a Harlem housing project during the 1900s. Many have called the recording an early precursor to hip-hop, and it provides an elegant finish to. Like Akomfrah's Data Thief, Madlib sees the connections between the past. On Sound Ancestors, he manages to give us a sense of what those connections. In this article, hip-hop, Madlib, MF Doom want more Rolling Stone? Sign up for our news.